to this week's edition of The Link. We thank you very much for keeping on joining us here, looking for information you can use. And normally we delve into business, economics, and money issues and work-related issues. This month we're doing a special, this evening actually. This is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Last month of May was General Mental Health Awareness. This one is from the men. We're not going to focus on only men, but we just want to keep that in mind. We're going to talk about mental health because of late we have read about and seen incidents in the media of a number of suicides, so to speak, where people are known to be those issues originating from work. They're known to be in the workspace, and everybody's wondering, wow, how can this be? So tonight we are discussing the issue of suicide and how to handle. In the studio, I have the right person, who is a mental health practitioner, Mr. Emmanuel Gitta, who is also the head of advocacy at the Uganda Counseling Association. The association exists, and it deals with the issues of counseling and mental health, to some extent even validating professionalism. And more work could be done there. So, Mr. Emmanuel Gitta, welcome.
Thank you very much.
I'll call you Emma. That's everybody calls you.
That is okay, that is okay.
The issue of suicide. Somebody goes at work, everybody looks at them and they're all good. And then the next day something catastrophic happens. So people do not just wake up and desire to take their own lives. How do we get there?
When you look at suicide, most of us understand it in different ways. Even starting with the ancient times where individuals would come and you find an individual has hanged themselves, they would attribute it to maybe culture things. It is witchcraft. Others will attribute it to maybe that person has been murdered and they have framed it up and all that. But what we see lately people are doing, people are taking their lives after a series of things happening in their lives. Suicide, not someone can just wake up in the morning and say, today is the day. No, it is a series of things that are connected together. Things somebody brings together. It could be even a stress, it could be depression, it could be financial loans. Lately, people are living beyond their means. And sometimes the debts could accumulate and an individual fails to feel like, I cannot come on and take on this. So it is a collection or a series of very many feelings, very many emotions, very many social triggers, and also very many psychological triggers that get to make someone feel hopeless. So the individual chooses to say, you know what, let me take the easiest way out, which indeed is not the easiest, but to them, they feel hopeless that they cannot handle this issue. Henceforth, they find the ability to just let go of life as the only way out. So sometimes when you see an individual has taken their life, when you dig back, there are very many things that you will add to the dots. We call them invitations. You'll see the invitations were there, but people were not able to identify. So suicide, you don't just wake up in the morning and you decide. There are many things that come in. They hold onto you together until you start feeling like, you know what? I don't think I can take it on anymore.
Give me a picture. Some people may be watching and think, what happens to me, to my body, when I'm drifting towards that end of feeling suicide, even committing suicide? If I'm going through stress and other things, what you call invitations, what's happening to me? What happens to my body? Can I feel something and I say,
Now, we can be, we cluster them in many things. I'll start with the emotional part. There's a time whereby you start having continual feelings of, I need to let go. I think everybody else does not feel, does not like me. I don't feel understood. Everything I do, somebody doesn't want
You're wallowing in negativity.
Exactly. You spend the whole time looking at what is not happening right than what is happening right. So you start appreciating more of your mistakes in a negative way than acknowledging the achievements. Sometimes even the changes and patterns, it could not be only how you feel, even what other people see. You wake up in the morning and something you used to love so much, you've lost interest in it. There's some people who love football, and all of a sudden you no longer want that match. You no longer want to watch match.
Yeah.
You wake up in another morning, you're the person who liked to eat on time. Lately, you can even skip meals without, not because you're busy, but you don't have the need to do it.
You don't want to.
You wake up in the morning and you used to love hanging out with many people.
Yeah.
Now you enjoy alone time alone. You find yourself uncomfortable being alone.
And it's extended.
Continuous. It happens 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month. You're entering in almost half a year.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything productive, but you love being alone. So that comes in when individual, you understand that now there's something not happening right within yourself. Okay. Even negative talk. When you start always saying, I'm not enough, I don't think I am good for this. I don't think that opportunity is mine. I don't think. So your mind and your body is going to start pushing itself to a point of wanting to let go.
Okay.
So it is something that may I call it negative psychology.
Yeah.
Surrounding yourself with negative psychology can bring about those feelings of you wanting to let go.
And it is coming from in out.
In out.
To enjoy on that, I'm trying to assess myself and see, hey, am I like this? I might be headed in the darker waters. Now I'm looking at my colleague at work or in the environment. In addition, what are the things I will identify and say, this person needs help?
Now, sometimes, even if it's your loved one, or even if it is a workmate or a friend, most of the times you need to identify and understand that. You need to look at the behavior patterns of your person. This is the person who used to come in and is jolly, and 1-2 weeks doesn't talk to anybody. Comes in, goes to their desk, does their work, moves out. You come to crack a joke, excuse me, and then the person comes and says, you know what? I'm not interested. Maybe some other time. You see a person who used to eat meals on a continuous time. They are now cutting on the meals they're eating. They are not watching their weight. They're okay, but they're reducing on their meals. And they're not even eating at all. But it is happening 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks consecutively. You find an individual who used to love maybe gymming, who used to love any activity, has lost interest in it. They have negative talk. I don't think I will do that. I don't think I'm good enough. Even when you appreciate them, good, you've done well. They're like, really? Are you sure this is good work?
They're questioning themselves.
They're questioning. They have all the negativity surrounding them. Even there's some people you'll find who are beginning to say, I don't think I'm good enough. I don't think I am loved. I don't think I am valued. That negative talk, when you see somebody giving those statements, those are invitations. But what do people usually do? Do you come in and you ask, what makes you think that way? So it is when you look at someone so much negative of their life, even that of those around them, that is an indication that something is not going right.
Can we read in productivity? Does that also affect productivity?
A lot. Because if you're not eating enough, you'll find yourself at some moment you're going to fall sick and you'll be off work. If you're not socially active, you don't interact with people, you do not want to talk with people,
teamwork,
you're not going to embrace teamwork, and the work is going to lag behind. So it does affect a lot of productivity. When you choose to be alone, on most times, you'll find yourself that you're going to miss out on networking. Henceforth, it's going to cut off on your opportunities for further work and engagement with individuals. So it does affect productivity a lot.
Very interesting. Viewers, if you see those things and we cannot thresh them all down, be on the watch. Final question. How can I help if I see these things, and who can help?
One of the things I would want to start with is an appeal to the government before we come in on how we can help. If you can have a suicide helpline, and it is just there for suicide, when I identify the signs and symptoms of an individual, who do I call first? And who is just going to be an expert in the field? All of us might know about suicide, about mental health, but do we know the first aid to it? Now, one of the few things we can do as individuals out there, when you look at a partner who has gone through the things I've explained to you, and they're continuously experiencing them, one most important thing is, can you come in and try and ask? If somebody's doing a lot of negative talk on themselves, try to find out, of all opinions about yourself, why choose this one? Try to dig deeper and find, because sometimes you could have the answer, you could be the answer. Sometimes listen. Many of us do not want to listen. If somebody is willing to share when you ask that question, what is happening, now let them not start sharing and you pull out your phone. that is going to be worse. The person is going to be like, you've asked and you're not ready to
paying attention. Yeah.
And then they kick it off. The other thing is, let's be available for our friends. Ladies and gentlemen out there, if you cannot provide happiness or hope to individuals in this world filled with a lot of stress and depression, don't be the reason why someone chooses to take their life. Because many of these people have taken their lives. There is one of you out there who was the sole cause. So let us spread love, spread hope. Check on your people continuously. If you realize someone is having suicidal ideations, check on them consecutively. Let them know that even when they are losing it on themselves, there is someone who has not left their side and is continuously reaching out. He's saying, hello, how are you? I'm reaching to tell you that you are stronger, you're smarter, this world is meant for you. You can do, speak positive to them so that they can remember that, oh, when I want to leave the planet, there is this human who is the most beautiful that I can rely on.
And it will be selfish and unselfish. If we don't talk about the professionals, who are the people who are trained to assist?
When it comes
in
to
1 minute,
when it comes to the therapists, let's look at you people. If you want to get therapy, look out for the right people. I would encourage you, reach out to Uganda Counseling Association. We are on Facebook, Uganda Counseling Association. We are on Twitter. We are on our website. You can be able to reach out to us. We have a database of over 2,000 plus counselors, professionals we know that are trained. Let them be able to come in and support. Clinical psychologists we also have. They can be able to support. Psychiatrists can be able to support. But the most important thing is you who identifies this person. And if possible, escort them to therapy. Bring them. Let them feel like even when I'm going to meet a stranger, I am going with a person I know. And for us in counseling, we believe that it is a process. It starts from zero to when I can turn you into a hero of your own life.
Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel Gitta, Head of Advocacy, Uganda Counseling Association, for that. Viewers, we don't have always enough time. But unfortunately, this kind of discussion is triggered by sad things that have happened, but we don't want them to continue happening. As you have seen, suicide is continuing. You can ask for help, and you heard the things you should look out for. And Uganda Counseling Association is there to assist. It's there online. You can use your phone, you can use your laptop, tablet to find UCA. I can't end, if some of you are wondering why I'm very interested in mental health, yes, I am for the sake of it, but I'm also a professional counselor like Emma. That was the link. Thank you for joining us tonight.